Okay, in this assignment, we're going to work with an image to edit specific portions of that image. So I'm going to open an image that I found online, and I found one on Mount Everest, and here it is. And then the first thing I want you to notice is that I'm being shown this image 28%, and this is 2,000 pixels wide. It's wider than your computer screen. So what I want to do is I want to view so I know what I'm dealing with. I want to view it as 100%. So I can just change this 28 to 100. I want to see the whole thing. And as you can see now, I have these scrolling bars here. And that's way too big. So what I'm going to do now is go to Image and resize the image, make it a little smaller to work with. And what I can do, it's 2,000 by 1,000. If I have constrained proportions, if I change the width, it'll keep the height proportional, won't distort the picture. So I'm going to bring this down to like 840 or something. That's still too big. Now notice I'm using my wheel here. So image size, that's still too big. Notice it changed the height too automatically. So maybe 560. And let me bring this out a little bit. Yeah, that's a reasonable picture that I put on a slide, in a Google slide or a website or something. Now I'm going to get my magic wand, and by clicking on the magic wand, it'll automatically select something. You can also choose the tolerance. If you have a very low tolerance, won't select much. A high tolerance, if I click, it's just going to select the entire picture. I like the tolerance in the 20s. You can experiment with this. So we'll try it at like 23. Okay, now I'm going to click on the sky. I'm going to change the appearance of the sky. Don't like that, so I'm going to right-click, say deselect all. Deselected it. And I'm going to lower the tolerance because it grabs some stuff down here too. So maybe 15. Okay, and now I'm going to click on the magic wand. Grab that part of the sky. Now if I hold the shift key down, it'll grab more. So it kind of has the sky. Unfortunately, it grabs some stuff down there. So I'm going to once again deselect it. And I'm going to bring the tolerance down even more, maybe like 10. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click the magic wand. There we go. If I hold the shift key now, I add to it. Notice that's a little plus sign. Add. Now if I hold the control key down, it'll take stuff away. I remove that. If there's something down here, I don't want that. Okay, there's a little part in the middle here. I'm gonna get that. And I want this little piece down here. So I hold the shift key down. And I'm not gonna make it perfect for the sake of this video, but so now that I have the sky selected, I can do some adjustments to it, like brightness. I can make the sky lighter or darker if I want. Change the contrast. Kind of makes it look fake here. Or I can just cancel that out. I can adjust and I can change the color saturation, the hue. Make it like a green sky. Okay. Colorize. Well, it's kind of looking fake, huh? So you can kind of make magic with your pictures here. So other adjustments I can do is I can do some filter stuff. Maybe make it pastels for this. That's not doing much, but you can experiment with these. So I have a lot of adjustments and things you can do. Glamour glow, didn't really like that. I can always go Control Z or undo the last thing I did. But that looks pretty cool. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and layer. I'm going to add a new layer. So I'm working with a new layer. Because of this video, I was in a little different spot here. So I can add a layer, and I can draw on that layer if I want to. So get a pencil, pick a color. Just gonna draw a line or something, a red line. Maybe get so click OK. Oh, red. Click OK, and then I can use this pencil and draw something. And if I mess up, I can just delete that layer, delete layer, and the whole thing's gone and wreck anything behind it. Next, you can do, on the other tasks, we added a layer and we put text on it. This is add layer here. You can remove a layer, but you can go up here, new layer. You can add some text. I like adding text to stuff. Mount Everest. And make that, once again, choose a color, make that gold. Okay, you can, you have all these little tools here, bold, change the size, drag the slider as you wish, click OK. Now with this layer selected, now one thing I noticed that I added the layer, but when I add a text to something, it automatically adds a new layer. So I have a layer called Mount Everest now. And with that layer selected, I can do some shadowing here. So if you look here, layer styles is here, this little thing here. Layer styles, or I can go up here and go layer and select layer styles. I get the same thing. I can have a drop shadow of Mount Everest. I click on that and I can change the color of it. Maybe make it like a red. So it has a red background. I can bevel it. Notice it looks like it's sticking up. And there I have my picture. And now these dancing ants they're not going to be there anymore once I click on something else or something. So or deselect, right click, deselect. So here it is, and there's more I can do. I can add all kinds of stuff. I can get a picture of myself and put myself here. And then if I want to work on this further, I can say File, Save. Now if I have a transparent background, I have to use PNG. Notice this says transparent. This doesn't have a transparent, so JPEG is probably fine. But if I want to keep working on this, the period's over and I'm not done, I could save it as PXD or a Pixlr image. And I'm going to say OK. And I'm going to call it my, I already did one. It's called Facebook. I'll call it 2, Mount Everest 2. And notice it has the extension PXD. I'll save that. And now when I close it, I don't have to, and I don't save it. When I open an image from a computer, and I open the Mount Everest 2 PXD, I have my layers and I can keep working. However, with that PXD, I can't put it on a Google slide. I can't put it online. I have to save it as either a PNG or a JPEG. And I'm like in PNG. I get used to just saving stuff as PNG because then it keeps things that are transparent. So here's my thing. I'm going to call it background section assignment. Jarvis, my name, and save it and turn it in and get an A. Pretty cool, huh? I think that looks awesome.